Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Culture Surfer. Today we will talk about the 5 differences between Italy and America. This will be of course the first part of a series of videos because the differences between America and the United States and Italy are so many, and so I decided to start with this part 1, this first episode. But before we start, just let me remind you to hit the subscribe button just here, comment, share with your friends, and like the page and the video and try to help the channel to grow. So now we start. So it's been now 2 years in November, I think. 2 years in November, yes, 2 years in November that I've been here in the United States. I live here in Washington State, so in the Northwest. And so I will tell you the 5 differences. This is just the first episode, but the first 5 differences that come to mind between Italy and America. And of course, I don't know if this applies to the whole United States, because of course I've seen only a part of Oregon, some part of Washington State, and a little bit of Idaho, and I just went to New York one time. So I don't know anything about the whole United States, but this is what I see in my state, okay? So don't give everything that I say for granted, don't give everything that I say for obvious. It's just what I saw in my experience. The first difference that comes to mind is the fact that some of the traffic rules in the streets are different. For example, in Italy you cannot turn right if the traffic light is red. In America, it turns out that you can. Like, you can arrive at the stop sign, and if there's a traffic light that says red, but the way is free and you have to turn right, you actually can. This is not allowed in Italy. And the first times that I was here, I was like, why everything is turning and nobody's afraid to get a fine, to get a ticket? And then they told me, no, actually you can. And I was here just with an international driving license. What am I saying? So I didn't think about the fact that maybe traffic and street rules might be different than Italy. So I didn't really know what I could do and what I could really not do. And by the way, getting a driving license in America is so much easier than in Italy. So, but I will do another episode about this because it's very, very interesting. But anyways, in the end, you can turn right with the traffic red light. And in Italy you can't. Another difference that comes to mind is the fact that in America, when they eat at home or at the restaurant, they don't have appetizers or antipasto, what in Italy is called antipasto. But they eat salad or soup first, before the main course, before the main dish, which is very weird for me because in Italy, as we know, we eat salad, which is just a contorno, so like a side dish of the second dish. So usually fish or meat, and then you have salad. Here instead, what salad is in Italy, for them it's potatoes or fries or anything like this. But the salad or the soup is a way to start the meal. And this is another very big difference because it's something that you don't realize right away. And maybe you think that a person orders a salad just because he wants to eat the salad and only a salad. But then you realize that they order a salad and then they order a dish of pasta, for example. And that's very weird for me. And also another thing is that Americans like to mix everything, whereas Italians have a very scheduled and precise order during the meal of what you can eat. Yeah, it's a different order. You have antipasto first, and then the main course, and then maybe the meat or fish with a side dish, and then you have dessert, and then coffee, and then maybe some spirit. Here they like to mix it up, like everything is mixed up. And when I asked this to some of my American friends, they said, well, in the end, when you put everything in your stomach, everything is mixed up. Why bother, right? Because once you have everything mixed up in the stomach, it's all mixed up, so you don't need to order the dishes before, which makes sense, but not so much for an Italian. Another difference that I see every day, which is a huge difference between United States and Italy, is that of course Italy has a lot of turns and the streets are narrow, but the cars are kind of slower than American cars. American cars are big, are huge trucks, or muscle cars, so very fast cars with a lot of speed power, horsepower, how you say. In Italy we don't have such fast cars, but our speed limits are like higher. Like you can go actually faster in Italy on a highway or on a superstrada, for example, than what you can do here in America. So the paradox is that in America they have really fast cars but very slow speed limits. The speed limit on a highway usually is between 60 and 70 depending on the type of highway and the state you're in. Where I am, the speed limit on the highway is 70, which is, I don't remember how many, 70 miles per hour. I don't remember how much it converts in kilometers per hour, but one thing I know for sure, it's not 130. So like we have 130 as a speed limit on the highway, 130 kilometers per hour. They have 70 miles per hour, which is less than 130. But generally speaking, even inside the town, like, in the town or just in a provincial, in a county street, the speed limits are lower, which is a paradox. We have a lot of turns and slower cars in Italy, and we have higher speed limits and higher tolerance, we should say. Whereas in America, they have straight streets, very fast cars, like with a lot of horsepower, a huge horsepower, but they have to undergo to lower speed limits. The fourth difference is a difference that I don't know, I'm not sure if it applies to every single state or every single city or every single house or building in the United States. But I can assure you 100% that everywhere I go, I see the same thing. My house has a type of doors, and I will post a picture here of what kind of doors I'm talking about, which is just white and plain. And everybody else that I know, every house, every office has this type of door. Like they don't change. And honestly, I haven't seen anywhere a place, even like a furniture shop or a furniture store that sells doors. Like in Italy, I'm used to see that every house, every office, every building has different doors, even inside the building itself. There is a door for the bathroom, there is a certain door for the entrance, a door for the corridor, a door for the night part, the night zone, so with bedrooms and everything. Another type of door, maybe with more glass or stained glass, or I don't know, like a fancier door for the living room. Here, all the doors are the same shape, and even the same color, they're white. So, I don't know if this applies, again, I don't know if this applies to the whole United States. I really don't know. But what I can tell you is that where I live, and all the people that I know have the same doors, which is really, really, really a huge difference and something that surprised me a lot. Like, when I realized it, I was like, I cannot be true, it has to be a coincidence. But then in the end I saw that it wasn't. So let me know in the comment if other states of the United States or other cities of the United States have different doors, or if you can buy different doors. The only difference that I see, speaking about doors, which looks like a very weird topic, I'm talking about doors really, but anyways, is the entrance door of a building, of a house. And what I realized is sometimes I see somewhere red doors, like huge red doors, very light red or very deep red, depends. And some friends of mine told me that actually these people are Mormons, so like the type of door that you have at the entrance of your house actually tells you the religion of that family, which is actually something very interesting for me. The fifth and the last difference from this episode is something that I still haven't gotten used to, which is Americans have dinner at 6, maximum 6:30 p.m. So like 18:30 in the evening. In Italy, this is so weird. We say that in Italy, only people in the hospital, or only sick people have dinner at 6 or 6:30 in the evening. Instead here, everybody gets off work around 5 and they just come back home, and 6 they eat. Which is fine because of the reason that they tell me, which is basically like you cannot go to sleep if you just ate, because if you go to sleep at 9 and you eat at 8:30, you can't, you cannot sleep because you just ate. But then I'm Italian, I eat multiple times a day, and I think, I don't know if I could survive. Say that, for example, I go to sleep around 11 p.m. after, staying with my friends or watching a movie. If I have dinner at 6, I'm hungry again at 11, or at 10, so I will probably eat again. So the problem will be still there, because I will be going to sleep with something on my stomach. So I don't know, I still haven't gotten used to it. In my house, I always eat around 8:30, even 9. Rarely I eat around 6, only when I'm with my friends here in America or when I'm a guest to somebody's place, to somebody's house. But it's still very weird for me because I have also lunch really late. So for me, like, it sounds like a snack. It doesn't look, it doesn't seem like dinner. And that's really, really weird. It's such a big difference if you think about it. Even restaurants, they give for granted that you eat at 6. Like, the shift becomes a little earlier than 6, but for like when it's 9 p.m., the restaurant is basically closed or empty. There's nobody. So for me, this is a huge difference. It's also something that I don't like because I usually get off work around 8 or 8:30. Right now with the coronavirus, my schedule is a little messed up, but usually I get off work around 8 or 8:30. So sometimes maybe I want to eat Mexican food or Greek food or Thai food. And I say, you know what, I'm gonna stop by this restaurant and get something to eat. But then again, the restaurant is already closed by that time. Or maybe they don't accept orders anymore. So yeah, I don't know, there's something really different between United States and America. United States and Italy. Like, Italy, I worked as a waiter, and I knew that my shift would end like around midnight because people would stay in the restaurant until midnight, just talking and just drinking maybe some grappa or some amaro or whatever. Whereas here, once you ate at the restaurants, you go away. Like the waiter brings you the check and that's it. You know that you have to stand up and go away. So like this is another huge difference for me. As I said, this is just the first part, the first episode of many differences that I can see, that I can think about the United States, between the United States and America. Again, United States and Italy. So let me know if you like this video, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you want, but most of all enjoy. And let me know if actually I'm talking about something that is not true, because maybe deals only with something happening in my state of the United States. So let me know, because I might be wrong. And that's all, folks. Goodbye for now.